What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I am so excited that you're here and that you're ready to review this awesome new Huda Beauty empowered eyeshadow palette. I am freaking pumped to try out this eyeshadow palette because this is gonna be a good one, okay? So beware, this is gonna be all out, makeup tutorial on deck. But before we get started in this exciting video, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to know when I upload new and exciting makeup videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. All right, so here we have this wonderful, amazing packaging. I love how creative they went. It feels very fall with like the copper theme. I think it goes perfectly well with the seasons and I'm here for it. But the real surprise gift, you could say, is when you open the palette and we see an amazing assortment of colors and shades and different formulations, and it's so exciting just like looking at it. But to me, it's so surprising to see some of the shades that are on here like manifested. It looks like there's gel in the actual foil, so I'm wondering like what is that all about. And then you got some gel liners and some amazing gold foils, and girl, you know I live for a gold foil, okay? That's like my thing. Today I try to go like the opposite way with my eye look, which I will proceed to do very shortly. But like, girl, a gold, especially this gold, what is it, charisma, girl, like, yeah, I want this like everywhere. It's giving me like Fenty Beauty's like that kilowatt super bright highlighter, but it's obviously gonna be like way more pigmented, and this is gonna go on my shadow for sure, I can assure you. Other than that, you have a really great assortment of like warm tones as well as some cool tones, so you can go like either way. You can flip and flop. You can go really neutral and cool, or you can go with like warm tones and golds. So that alone makes this eyeshadow palette like super versatile. This is something that you can, in my eyes, carry with you on a trip, and you can create like a huge assortment of like different eye looks, whether that be a natural like super soft very peachy look, or you can create like a super graphic liner using both the gels and some of the darker tones in here, or you can even like use the gel as like a gel primer and then go on top of that with your shimmer, or with this really beautiful plum confident that I have on my eyes today. So my first impression of this palette is immaculate. Like, this palette is it. I absolutely adore it. Hopefully that doesn't change with me doing my swatches, but I mean, I can tell you already, like, this palette is it. It is it. It screams like fall season. You could totally use this in the summertime as well, not gonna lie, but I just love it. I love the color assortment. It's warm tone, cool tone. It's giving you pops of like shimmer, gold, foil, and that's what I live for. I live for a gold. Like, that's what I live for. I am passionate about it, okay? I am an advocate for gold foils on the eyelid, and that's it, period, you know? No, but seriously, I am adoring the shades that are in the palette. Something that I love about the Huda Beauty brand is that they definitely step outside of their comfort zone. They're not afraid to try different things in terms of like formulation. They definitely have something in here that I have never seen before, especially this color manifested right there. I don't know if you can see that it has like a gel running down the middle. Like, what is that? Like, I don't know. I've never seen something like that in a palette. I love like these mixed kind of like shadows that you can remix with your swatch. Remix, who am I? But like, here, you know what? Let's just go for it. Okay, pigmented. It's giving me like rose gold vibes, but let's give it a good swatch. Okay. What we're looking like. To me, it's looking like a rose gold. Oh yeah, it's definitely like pink with a copper undertone. It definitely goes with the copper theme of the palette. Oh my god, I love really like fun shades like this. But let me see. I'm just gonna swatch Manifest because it's like irking me, okay? Like I have to swatch it. I haven't dug my finger into it, but okay, definitely I can feel the gel on the swatch. Oh my God. The gel mixed with the foil, and this is what we're getting, guys. Like, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be pigmented. This is like, okay, so the gel, as you can see here, the gel looks like it's kind of gone, like it's mixed into the foil. So by the gel mixing into the foil, I now have like a cream shadow on my finger here. So if we give it a swatch next to our other one, yeah, amazing. That's it. That is it. We get a beautiful cream shadow. Wow, the payoff on that is amazing. Let me give you a little bit of a closer look. That is popping on and popping. Look how it catches the light. Yeah. So that is something that you can totally use underneath the other shimmers in this palette, and it's so beautiful. Like that will look so pretty mixed in with one of these. Let's see. Let's go to Best Self. One of these peachy shades with the cream shadow we just washed. Oh my God. Okay, I'm running out of room. I don't know. I'm gonna try to put it. You can't even see it. Yeah, that would be so beautiful. You see that? So I mixed it right here next to each other. So the foil, that cream shadow, is now mixed into a matte, and they complement each other perfectly. So I am really enjoying this, honestly, and it blended. I blended it with my finger. I didn't even use a brush, and it blended really nicely. And Huda Beauty is known for having super amazing matte formulations in their palettes, and like this is definitely like no exception to that expectation that the brand has set for itself. Like, I am so impressed. So since we're at it, let's go ahead and swatch Charisma. I think I'm almost out of room. Oh my God. Okay, so it's definitely a foil because I barely touched it and I only picked up a little bit. So let me try to like swerve it in there. Woo! You gotta be careful with this one. This is something that would give you like fallout. But oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. See, I told you guys. This reminds me of like the Fenty Kilowatt Yellow super bright highlighter, but like in a shadow, and it's a lot more pigmented, like concentrated. So, oh my God, it will wear so nicely on the eyelid. And honestly, for Halloween, this would be a really cool shade to like apply on the lips on top of like a nude lip, or on top of a black lip, something like that on top of, like, layered together would be a really fun, cool way to use this foil. But anyways, everything is just like blending in perfectly together. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a 10 out of 10, and I feel very confident saying that. So something I've been really curious about with this shadow palette was when Huda Beauty announced on her Instagram that there is an actual barcode on this packaging as we speak, and I've been dying to freaking figure out what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and scan it together. I've been waiting for this moment, but I wanted to make sure that I got it on video so we can do it together. QR code, where are you? Oh, I got it. It's at the top. It's right on Huda Beauty's forehead. So let's see where it's taking us. Ooh, okay, so she did mention this. I kind of wish that I would have been like, like surprise for you guys, but I did hear her mention this on her Instagram as well. I wish it would have been a surprise. It would have been so much exciting. But so this announcement says, win a mentorship session with Huda to empower your dreams. Applications close January 9th, 2023. We want to empower you. Also, it comes with like a really cool video of Huda Beauty being like the boss that she is. I love her, like down to the ground. Like, I love Huda. Like, I adore her. I would die. Oh my God, if I got a chance to meet her, I would like give her a hug and it would just be like, oh my God, Huda! It would be a moment. It would be a moment. But anyways, so it says, we want to empower you. In 2012, Huda started her journey to build her dream business, and now she wants to empower you to do the same. 3 lucky winners, not 1, 3, we'll join a group mentoring session with Huda where she shares her experience and gives you the chance to ask her all your questions on empowering yourself and maximizing your potential. This is so cool. Like, I love this. I really do. See, look, she put on that gold foil on her eyelids and it's giving me life. Like, I want this look on me. Tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow. All right, friends, so the first color that I'm going to be applying today on my upper crease is going to be Rebel, this nice light brown to get us started. And I'm going to be picking up Rebel using a pretty fluffy Sigma brush. Okay, so pigment is on point right away. I really like that. I'm just going to go ahead and continue blending it out. And I do want to say that I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard as my base for my eyeshadow. Yeah, but I mean, check that out. I pretty much barely have to do any blending and the color is consistent except for, wait a minute, except for right here. Maybe I should add just a little bit more on this patchy spot. But I think that had to do more so with my blending. I wasn't really focusing, but yeah, so now that I'm really focusing on the blending, I can tell that the shade Rebel went on like super smoothly. It's consistent, and even though it's one of the lighter colors that's in this palette, blending it in, I felt like it's showing up, you know. It's showing up to the party. But yeah, when you have a shade that you believe it's going to be more of just a small accent and it comes out looking like this, like pigment, creamy, everything, that's when you know the rest of the colors are going to be so good in the palette. Okay, so now I have the base right here for the rest of my eyeshadow, and now I'm going to pick up more of a slimmer brush. All right, so I decided to go with my Sigma blending brush E25. As you can see, it's smaller, it's going to give us more precision, and that's what we want. So now I am going to pick up a more of a taupey shade. It's going to be called Big Dreams. It's between the cream liners, and I just barely touched it, and I don't know if you can see here, but it's giving a lot of pigment. It looks like a light color right here, looks light, but when you pick it up, as you can see, it really shows up. It's pigmented. That's what I like to see. All right, so I'm gonna focus this color right on where I want my crease to be. I'm going to create an illusion because I do have hooded eyes, and with hooded eyes you kind of have to work with your crease because, like I said, you kind of have to create an illusion of a crease. And holy moly, this color is banging. Oh my god, I don't know if you can. So as you can see, it's blending in super nicely into the previous shade that I applied, which was Rebel, and I'm having a super easy time getting, like, I feel like I'm even having to do some extra blending to get the color to tone down, to tone back the color, just because the cream shadow, or it's not a cream shadow, but it's a matte shadow that's super creamy. It's giving me pigment, guys, like for real. And honestly, I'm here for it. All right, going back to a Sigma fluffy blending brush, I'm going to blend those two shades together. All right, so far I am super pleased with the way that these two matte shadows blended in together. I had no problem whatsoever blending them, diffusing them, layering them on top of one another. They're not patchy, they're super consistent, and they just went on amazing. So A+ for the matte shadows thus far. So let's go ahead and keep going. I'm excited to try out the shimmers because you know I'm a shimmer girl, and I'm definitely gonna be digging into this bad boy right here named Courageous. But before I do that, I feel like I should bring in some smokiness to my look, if you know what I mean. I'm going to have to re-smoke it out after I apply the shimmer, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And to smoke out this sultry eye look, I am going to be picking up the shade Confident. Oh my god. Confident right here. This super pretty plum shade that just reminds me of fall for some reason. This whole palette reminds me of fall, which I do like. Okay, so to pick up the shade Confident, I did have to do a few more taps than the previous shadows that weren't as pigmented. I don't know if it's because this is such a deep shade, but yeah, so now we got a nice good layer. It took quite a few taps to get this much product on my brush, so let's see how it goes on. I'm gonna focus it on the V of my eye here. Okay, whoa. Never mind, I thought it was going to be more of a difficult shade to apply because of the way my brush picked it up, but no, you have to proceed with caution with this one. Oh my god, like now I really have to work to get it blended out because she's here to stay. Oh my god. Using whatever is left on the brush, I'm going to map out where the rest of the next layer is going to go. The next layer of Confident. I'm going to follow this path right here. Okay, so the next layer, I'm going to focus the application pretty low on the V of my eye and then just work it upwards. All right, so going back to my original fluffy large Sigma blending brush and picking up the original Rebel shade that we applied initially, I'm going to use that color, Rebel, to kind of just blend out any and all edges that might have been left from applying the shade Confident. Okay, well, now that I have the darkest shade in this eye look on, I gotta say that the most challenging part of working with the darkest shade in this palette, Confident, was pretty much just making sure that it was nice and blended, because a little bit of this formula goes a long way. So as you saw when I did my initial like pat to get the color onto the V of my eye, I was like, whoa. And that's because I wasn't expecting such a high payoff, especially with such a dark plum. I usually have to layer on purples, you know, quite a few times to get like that rich, sultry, intense color payoff, but I didn't need to do that with this matte formulation. It's like amazing. It's like out of this freaking world, and I am so impressed because purple, deep purple, is an especially really difficult shade to get right. Just by the look of this and how it took me such a short amount of time speaks for itself, and it speaks for the formulation of this palette. She's staying all right. She's staying in this collection. Okay, so next up, I want to do my bottom lash line. Let's just roll with it. Let's go. I'm going to start with a smudging brush. Big dream. So I'm going to use my smudging brush to really pack on this color. Whew, I can already tell, guys, like it's gonna show up. It's not going to look as innocent as it does in this palette. It's the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. Okay, well, just kidding. I need to, okay, there you go. See, second layer really got our color on and popping. This is what I was anticipating, but it took me a second layer, no problem. Okay, check that out. I'm really liking it. Okay, now that I have Confident on my bottom lash line, I'm going to top it off with our dark plum shade Confident. Confident over Big Dreams. So I'm going to diffuse that, going back to my smudging brush. Okay, so I had just a tad bit more trouble blending out the shade Confident, our plum, on my bottom lash line. I don't know if that had to do with like the brush that I was using or whatnot, but we got it down, you know? So the next thing we're gonna do is apply our amazing, beautiful shimmer, and that is gonna be the shade Gorgeous. Oh my god, I like barely touched it and it's like, whoa. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pick it up using my finger. Stunning. All right, so let's go for it. Oh my god, whoa. Wow, this is pigment. It's like way darker than I thought it was going to be because the way it looks on the palette right there, I don't know. It's beautiful. I just wasn't expecting it to be so dark. Honestly, I think it's gonna work out really well because it's blending out perfectly into the plum, into the shade Confident, like perfectly. I don't even think I'm gonna have that much trouble just blending it and then being done with my look. These shades go together really well. Like everything that I have applied so far complement each other like perfectly. Yeah, wow. Look at that. I love me a purple smoky eye. There's like a power move thing about it. I don't know what it is, but it's exquisite, quite exquisite. Oh yeah, that is it. I'm loving the way like it looks like a chrome shadow. I'm going to diffuse that inner corner. And what the heck, maybe I'll just finish blending the rest of Courageous onto our plum. Yeah, just like that. I don't want to over blend it. But geez, I feel like I'm only going to need to reapply just a little bit of Confident. A lot less than I was anticipating originally because again, the shades show up so amazing and just they're freaking popping. All right, I'm going to dip into our gel liner that's in this palette. I think today, because of how dark we went with the eye look, I think it's gonna be a good idea to dip into the black. Okay, so how about I give us kind of a preview. Okay, so it's not like a super pitch black gel liner. I think it's gonna be more of a soft liner, so I think I'm gonna have to layer it on a few times before I get like that nice intense black. And let's go ahead and get to it. Actually, it's showing up quite nice. I do believe I'm going to go in with the second layer, but you can definitely start to see the black liner. I do enjoy how creamy it is. Like it's been very easy to blend it out. Like it's a very buttery eyeliner here. She is nice and intense and even. So now I think I kind of want to apply some eyeliner to my bottom lash line and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna pick up the shade Worthy. Ooh, so that went on super, like way creamier and a lot more consistent in pigmentation than the black. So I'm actually trying to put this in my waterline and it's not resulting so well. You can kind of see it if I like really zoom in, but it's not gonna do the trick. Also, I failed to mention just how impressed I was at how non-existent my eyeshadow fallout was. Oh, frick. Oh my god. It's transferring. My liner is transferring. Okay, so I think our black gel liner is like way too creamy and it's transferring onto my crease. So I think I'm gonna use like a Q-tip. Oh, problem solved. Okay, well, let's see if I can just blend it out. Okay, so that worked pretty good. Oh my god, that gave me a mini heart attack. Reapply some of that shimmer. Okay, that worked. We're good. Crisis averted. Okay, so this gel liner is like now transferring to like my bottom lash line. Guys, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Oh my god. Yeah, so this gel liner is fighting me. Okay, so I am gonna need to apply a matte black eyeshadow over my liner so that it stops bleeding out on me. Alright guys, so this is my finished result using the new Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. Oh my god, I had so much fun creating this eye look. Oh my god, I forgot my lashes. Alright, so now we have the finished result. I can't believe that I actually forgot to put on fake lashes. But check it out. What do you think? Tell me down in the comments section below. If you like this video, don't forget to drop me a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so that you can be the first to know when I post a new and exciting makeup video. And yeah, I look forward to seeing your beautiful face on my next video. Mwah. Sote. Bye guys.